everybody, happy Friday. So I thought I'd try out the old cell phone camera here since I got the newer cell phone. I'm recording in 4K, so we'll see what that ends up looking like. If I like it, then I'll keep using it for now, and otherwise I'll go back to the previous camera. So mail day wasn't too crazy this time around. I did get a couple of packages, but I will say what it lacked in quantity, I did make up for in quality. So some cool cards, and I'll show you this. So the first one was actually an eBay lot. I got a couple of different cards, and I'll show you the cards that I got in addition to, but you'll see at the end what card I actually bought the lot for. So the first card that's going to come in this lot is a 2011-2012 canvas of Tyler Seguin. So it is graded. It is a Beckett 8.5. Tyler Seguin is a pretty good player, and he does play on my Dallas Stars, but I didn't buy it for this card. 8.5, and you know, it's got 7.5 on surface, which is, I guess it's kind of hard to do on a canvas card, but it's an interesting looking card. I just don't know value-wise what it's going to do for me, but it was part of the lot, so it was included. And when I tell you at the end what the price was, you'll see why I didn't mind. So this is the first card in the lot. Next one here is good for well, I don't think he's a Maple Leaf anymore, so it'd be like formerly Maple Leaf fans or fans of the player in general. So this is a Nazem Kadri Heroes and Prospects autograph. So from his time with the Toronto Marlies, and it is a KSA 10 for all that means to you. Decent looking card. I'm not a big fan of Kadri myself, but if you're a fan of Kadri, it's not a bad card. Again, didn't buy the lot for this one, but it is part of the lot as well. Buying lots, by the way, is not necessarily a bad thing because sometimes you can get a pretty good deal. So you'll see why in a minute here at the end. So again, this is another Beckett graded card, and I have to look this guy up because I think I've heard the name, but I'm not too familiar. So this is a 2011-2012 Upper Deck. This is Adam Larsson's Young Guns card. It is a Beckett 9.5. So condition-wise, it's a pretty nice card, and it is a young gun. I really don't know too much about Adam Larsson. Although I collect a lot of hockey, I really haven't watched much modern hockey. But you see, in contrast to the other one, you got a 10 on surface for this one, and 10 on centering. So there you go. So young gun, 9.5 gem mint, Adam Larsson. This one, oddly enough, is not what I bought the lot for. So we're moving on. All right, next one here. This is a pretty good card, not what I bought the lot for. So this is actually from the Spring Expo. This is a super box redemption of a game-used memorabilia card of Nail Yakupov. So it's a cool looking memorabilia card, and it is a 1 of 1. It was a redemption for that year's Fall Expo. Again, neat looking card. So all of these cards were part of that same lot. Again, I got to figure out what I'm going to do with it, but there you go. 1 of 1 of Nail Yakupov, a game-used memorabilia card from Ultimate 11th edition from the Spring Expo. All right, now I got all of that along with this card for a grand total of $60 plus $15 shipping. So $75 Canadian, and that got me those cards plus this one. There you go. That's a little bit more on brand. So this one is from 2011-2012. It's Ultimate Memorabilia. This is an Ultimate Auto Stick and Jersey. So autograph, stick and jersey, Mike Modano. It is the regular version of the card. So there's a 1 of 1 version, and then there's this one, which is numbered 6 of 9. So a pretty limited card. Pretty cool. To be honest, I would have paid the price of the lot just for this one card, so getting those other cards is kind of a bonus, even if I'm not sure what I'm going to do with them yet. That is pretty sweet. Like I said, guys, I'm trying the phone here for filming the first time. If what I'm seeing through the viewfinder is any indication, you're getting a pretty sharp look at this thing. It looks pretty good. So we'll see. We'll see what it comes out to when I put it in editing. But there's the first card in the mail lot. So that's the first one that I'll put on here. And I've got 2 more of these. Like I said, it wasn't a big mail day in terms of sheer number of cards, but some quality pieces. So let's look at this next one here. A couple of weeks ago, I showed you a Gordie Howe, and it was from the first edition of Parkhurst when they came back from dormancy, in 1994, where they put together a retro-themed set for a Parkhurst set that never existed. Well, the same year, as part of their deal with Upper Deck, they also put together another retro-themed set. And if you know a little bit about hockey, or you can look it up, I believe it was 64-65. Topps was the only game in town at that point, because I think Parkhurst last year was 63-64. I could be wrong on my numbering, but I'll correct myself on the screen if I'm wrong. But the next year, Topps came out with their Tallboy issue. So what they did as part of this whole retro-themed series, one of the retro-themed sets was that set that never existed in between. But this is the set that could have been, had Parkhurst been in the game and made their own version of Tallboys. And as part of that, they also had autographs in this one. 6 autographs in the 56-57 Parkhurst Missing Link set. And then this one in the Tallboys version, also 6 autographs, including this one here. So this one is a Phil Esposito. And based on the year and timing, so I believe they were going for what could have been a 64-65 year as far as this insert is concerned. But based on that year, he would have been part of the Chicago Blackhawks at that time. That's before he started with the Boston Bruins. So it is a period-appropriate photo to go along with a hand-signed autograph on card, which is sweet. One other thing I'll tell you, so this one here is, I think, probably some extra stock because this one isn't numbered. And you can see, again, they follow with the Mr. Parkey, English and French. So thematically, it's very similar to what would have been, stylistically, what they would have been doing at the time. But it is a pretty good-looking card with Phil Esposito. And again, a pretty early signature. So this is now another card in my collection of those 700 goal scorers. This one is going to not really replace because I've still got my autograph 8x10. But now I've got a card, on-card signed card of Phil Esposito to add to that collection. So that'll be a nice compliment to go with the Gordy. Let's get this adjusted a little bit. There we go. It's a tall boy. It doesn't need to lean back so far. There we go. All right, last card here. Last and certainly not least. Let's just adjust this a little bit. There we go. All right, last one. I'm a big fan of the Cup, and there's still a lot of missing cards that I have for the Cup, and almost all of them are kind of excellent-looking cards on the whole. So this is from 2005-2006. This was a really good year for the Cups design-wise, and this is the signature patch autograph, which is just a great-looking card. On-card signature again. You can see that it's got a nice little rainbow foil up here, which adds a certain element to it. Clean autograph. This is numbered to 75, so it isn't super limited, but it's still a really nice card. I overpaid for this card, to be completely honest with you, because it's a good, clean example, and the patch is really nice to go along with it. So that's a clean card, and that one's already made the rounds on my Instagram for a little bit. And if you haven't seen it before, the Instagram thing should be on the screen. You should check it out because I do preview a lot of these before I actually put the videos up. So if you want to see kind of what's coming in, you can check it out on the Instagram. But there you go. That's the third one to add to this collection. Now, where that leaves us at this point with the Modano collection is I'm at 1,338 Modano cards with 117 autographs, obviously 2 of them during this mail day here, and 192 memorabilia cards. The last 2 of them being on the screen here that you're checking out. The Phil Esposito doesn't count towards that, obviously, but it is another chip in the 700 Goal Scorers Club. Pretty good mail day. I can't complain. I'm quite happy with it. So that'll be it this time around. As always, I welcome any comments or any questions you might have. I'll come back with another video probably this weekend as I've got a couple of things on my mind and some things I'm working on. But for now, as far as this is concerned, we're done. And have yourselves a great weekend and catch you in the next video.